Check out some of our other videos. This one from the Jamaica Cottage Shop, this house you see here, and one from Rhino Cubed in their shipping container homes right here on our channel. Be sure to subscribe as well. And coming up, Tiny House Summer Camp 4 in the woods of Vermont. 10 off-grid acres with shelters, tiny houses, cabins, and more. There is live building. It is fully hands-on, something you rarely see with other workshops. You're camping in the woods. We're building. There's ghost night hikes. There's guest speakers and so much more. This is as high tech as it gets. Me and my long arm. Hey, what's up? I'm Deek from RelaxShacks.com, hanging out in Olympia, Washington. Had to think about that for a second because I'm on a book tour, and seriously, each town I'm like, where am I now? Doing a book tour for Micro Shelters here with Brittany Yunker at her awesome tiny house.
Hey guys.
I spent the night here last night. I've spent the night in many, 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 many tiny houses, tree houses, houseboats. This place is pretty darn, I'm censoring myself, pretty darn tootin', pretty awesome. So thank you for having me.
Sweet. Yeah, thanks for being here. It's good to visit with you. And yeah, we're here at a beautiful little spot where this, you can see we've got the trees right
I'm getting down
there.
lower to show that because this window is so cool. It's like huge and you have this great view of like the Hobbit woodlands out back.
There might be a squirrel that goes by, don't be scared.
Yeah.
We have a little resident, spider hanging out back over here.
Black Widow, yeah. No.
But yeah, this is a little house. It was, it's about 19 feet long, 8.5 feet wide, and I built it about 6 years ago, all by myself, pretty much. I had help from a few family members, a few friends, but really just kind of a labor of love. Took me about 5 months to build, and now I have this beautiful little house that I lived in for a few years here on my parents' property. And since then, I've decided to move out of the little house to be with my boyfriend full time. But I now rent it out as a vacation rental. It's a little kind of try it on for yourself tiny house here in Olympia. And if you're interested in renting it, you can find it at baysidebungalow.com. But I'll give you guys a little tour so you can check it out for yourselves. We've got the nook here, little sitting area. Nice little cup holder for
I like that. Yeah.
for morning coffee, which is important. Small chairs from IKEA that actually do stack if needed. Pillows for a little more comfort. Let's see here. What have we got?
Maybe talk about the ladder as we step back here. But
So, Deek had the ladder down like this, but also, if you want, when you're not using the ladder, I just stow it up on top of the bed. And if you push it up there too far, like I just did, you can grab the little leash and pull it back down. But that's what I found is living here myself, if I wasn't in the bed, nobody was in the bed. So I found it easiest just to stow the ladder up there where it's out of sight, out of mind.
you ever have someone so short where they stayed here, they didn't want to bother you and call, they just ended up sleeping in the little love seat over here? I'm like, I give up.
Little closet here that I built, and actually how I decided the width of the closet, I measured a coat hanger and figured out how wide a coat hanger was.
Technical.
That was in.
No, it's perfect though. That
It's the perfect width. You don't need a closet that's any bigger than that.
Yeah.
And what's awesome is when you have a closet this small. Granted, I don't live here, so my things aren't in here. But when you have a closet this small, if you buy one shirt, you have to get rid of another shirt.
I don't really think the closet's that small, actually. I've been in so many houses where the closet's like a third the size of that. That's pretty deep. I call that the mother-in-law suite.
Yeah.
So.
Let's see. Lighting in this house is pretty simple. Most of it turns on and off at the source. So you don't have, or I should say at the light. So you don't have a lot of switches on the wall to kind of clutter the lines. And you only are using as much electricity as you want. There's no one switch that turns it all on. I only use the lights that I want at once. Same goes with the lighting in the kitchen. They're actually just like under-counter kind of puck lights. But each one has a switch on it.
Yeah, I'm not trying to waste your electricity. I turned them all on just for the tour.
Jeez.
As she walked in, like she's going to kill me because every light's on. I was taking photos.
Tried to keep things up, kind of off of the countertops as much as possible. Hanging teapot, hanging glasses, cups. Kind of standard kitchen, just in a smaller space. We got a fridge and a freezer.
Okay. What kind of fridge is that?
This is just a little Danby.
Okay.
Two-door. And if you're considering putting a refrigerator in your tiny house and you want a freezer, good God, please get one with 2 doors because those little ones never actually freeze
with the little
anything.
pocket.
You get soggy ice cream all the time.
It keeps one popsicle semi-frozen.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I love the coffee sacks here. You don't have to use up all that swing space for your cabinets and storage. And funky,
and it makes it really lightweight, too. You can see all my crap down there for everybody. But
it's nothing but Count Chocula cereal. Good
really
God.
lightweight. I didn't have to install cabinetry or anything like that, so it's something that I could understand. I grew up sewing all of the time, and so I knew how to sew. I didn't know how to do cabinets.
Jen and Guillaume, a nod to them, they have a cool variation of this where they have the pockets sewn in the top, and we have a video of that as well. What's up, Guillaume, Jenna?
Super cool.
Hey, can you talk about the hot water heater just real quick?
Sure, yeah. So the hot water heater is a 6-gallon tank, and it's underneath the sink here. But to turn it on, you just flip a little switch right here. And it's propane, so you'll hear it light up in just a second. But that's the ignition switch, and since it's only 6 gallons, it takes about 20 minutes or so to heat up. So even though it is a tank, I use it sort of as a pseudo on-demand hot water heater because it heats up very quickly, and I usually leave it off at night. Then when you come down in the morning, want to drink your coffee or whatever, you turn it on, have your coffee, 20 minutes later, shower's hot.
Yeah, and it's one of those things like, that sounds inconvenient, but if you just have a simple routine change, it'll work fine.
Exactly, yeah. And it keeps the water hot for a long time, too. I can turn it on and...
Oh, it was darn hot. Like, I was worried I was going to come out, look in the mirror, and I looked like Freddy Krueger. It was pretty darn hot, so, yeah.
All right, moving into the bathroom here.
I got my towels hanging there. I tried to hide them.
What did you think about the shower? Was it too small for you?
No, I mean, my only problem in some of the houses, like I hunch a lot, you know, because I get bad posture. So if I walk and stand up straight, because I'm 6'4", I just clunk my head a little bit. Yeah. But since I hunch, I was good to go. No, the shower wasn't.
The shower head is probably too low for you, but it's perfect for me.
No, it's taller than a lot of them I've been in, and it was fine. And you know, a lot of people worry when they get a tiny house or think about buying or building one that, a shower that's only like 2.5 by 2.5 feet, I'll never fit in it. It's fine. Yeah. Like, how much space do you really need?
Yeah. And you're only showering, what, 5 minutes a day? So
yeah, no, I took like a 60-minute shower this morning. No, I'm kidding.
The bathroom here, actually, I'm going to move the curtain so you can see a little better. Got a very simple toilet, sawdust, waterless toilet.
Just don't look in there.
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
So it's a urine diverting toilet.
Yep.
Very simple. Whoops, sorry. Open it back up.
Oh, yeah. Get a close-up of those.
And for those that want to do a little primping in the morning, they can use the drop-down.
Yeah, I like that. It's very simple, but it's cool.
There?
The old-fashioned style hinges there. Leave some character. You get the frosted glass window here, which is neat.
Yeah. And so this is just a stick-on applique.
Oh, it is? Okay.
That you can buy at the hardware store. So instead of purchasing frosted windows that are, $100 more, I just bought these for $10.
I assume you hand-etched those. Yeah. Seeing the rest of this place, it's so well done. Little shelves here. These are IKEA shelves. I have an IKEA in my town in Massachusetts, so these are kind of cool, simple. The rails on them, too, so if you're traveling, stuff's not spilling all over.
And we didn't talk about the heaters, but I have 3 different heaters in my house, and I've really gotten 3 installed in here because the first one that I bought didn't cut it, essentially. So we've got the NV heater right there. It's on low right now. We have the Diedricksen by Newport propane heater, which is not on right now.
And the marine style heaters. Yeah, is this what, the 1200 or what models?
It's I think it's a 1200, the larger of the two. Yeah. And then down below is a very small Life Pro infrared heater. And that is electric. And the Diedricksen is great. It doesn't use hardly any electricity. So that's nice about it because I have to worry about my electrical draw here.
Yep.
But it doesn't cut it in the wintertime. In Olympia, Washington, it doesn't cut it. So, and I didn't feel comfortable leaving it on when I was gone. So I'd go to work, come home, it'd be freezing cold. It would take like 2 hours to heat up. So I started using the Envy, which I did feel comfortable leaving on low while I was gone. And that kept the house pretty warm. But because it heats the air rises, and it gets hot up in the loft. So even though it's comfortable here, it might be like 85 degrees up top. So then I migrated to Plan C was the infrared heater. Which
the triple alliance of heat. Yeah.
Which infrared heat is the kind that you see maybe at farmers markets in the wintertime where you sit directly underneath it and it heats just you. And so because it heats objects, not the air, it keeps the walls warm, the windows warm, and everything kind of radiates back in. And the whole house is the same temperature, not hotter in the loft than down here.
It worked well last night. I had the Envy on low and that on. And at one point in time, I woke up like, it's pretty warm. And it was cold last night.
Yeah.
So, job well done. Envy and little plug-in thing that looks like R2-D2 down there. And you said it was $40 on Amazon,
Yeah, $40 on Amazon. It's about, I think, 400 watts or so is what it uses. So it's pretty sweet.
Excellent. Oh, talk about the loft real quick. One thing I love is, a lot of people neglect to put in skylights, and it's not really that profound a decision to do so, but there is so much natural light
Yeah. So,
up in your, it's just a gable style loft.
Exactly.
Which isn't, let's be honest, isn't as spacious as some other ones, but it was really nice up there because you have the additional headroom from the skylight and all that light.
Yeah. So I decided to put the skylights in. I have two skylights in this house, one on either side. So the one that it's above you right now faces south, so it gets a lot of sunlight during the day, and the one in the loft faces north. And now I had the advantage of knowing where this house was going to be for most of its life, so I knew kind of where to position the skylights. And it also has a shade up there. There's a little shade so that, if you don't have to be
Yeah, with a little eye hook,
yeah.
Oh, it was great. That was my worry. I'm like, oh, there is a shade. I'm like, I want to sleep in this morning.
Yeah.
I'm like, ooh, great.
Or should you want some privacy at night, you can have privacy that way as well.
Yeah.
And then I just have one of those tiny little fans like people put on their desks at work to kind of create some ventilation and some airflow up there if it gets too warm. Because it can get warm in the summertime.
I like the little window there because as I'm sleeping, like in the morning I got up, I could just sitting there for a while just looking out, at the chipmunks and whatever running around. And
Yep.
Again, the hobbits, Gollum.
And people do ask sometimes if I would do anything differently, and I think one of the major changes I would make in this house next time if I were to build another one is to install dormers.
Yeah.
Because it's a little tight up there, especially with two people sleeping up there.
Yeah, that was going to be my last
Pretty
question.
small.
You beat me to it, Brittany. Thanks a lot.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to add? Again, you can rent this place on Airbnb.com.
Yep.
And Brittany's hosting a bunch of workshops for the Tumbleweed Tiny House Company. There's... I have this poster too. It's beautiful. And they don't do these anymore, I don't think.
Yeah, come check us out at some of the workshops at Tumbleweed. You can also find me on Airbnb in Olympia or baysidebungalow.com. Check it out. And thanks, guys, for taking a look at my little house.
Thank you, Brittany. You're the best.
See ya.